Irwin Interview with a Caged Tiger. April 11, 2007. Transcribed by and through Andrea. Date: November 4, 2007. Today I am starting my interview with a greeting which comes from Melissa. She's a 40-pound tiger living in a zoo in America. She's fairly young and her mother lives with her in the same pen. She's approximately 4 months old and she came to live here when she was about 2 days old, when they were brought from a tiger breeding facility. She's fairly content with sharing her cage, but she is not able to express to you her disappointment. She will fairly soon be transported out of this particular zoo to go and live elsewhere. She would like you to become aware of the following. Once she's separated from her mother, she'll only live her days until she is killed. She would like you to know that where she's going, animals are killed for their skins so that humans are provided with handbags and shoes. You're probably wondering why I would bring you such a torrent story, but I am asking you to open yourself to these creatures. Well, I must be honest, all the sacrifices that we have come across concerning the animal kingdom has left us all a bit stunned and concerned. I have only been here for about 6 months now in the dimensions, but I have already seen the effects our ignorance has had regarding these creatures. I ask this young tiger what she says about her existence, and she answers me that she is not able to fathom why people are not able to see what's happening and why they remain so oblivious to what is really happening within the animal kingdom. Do we really believe abuse is acceptable? So, I asked her what we are able to do to assist her. She makes me laugh as she growls with agitation. Remember, now she is able to see me, and we communicate in a universal language, English, telepathically. So I sit by her cage and I speak to her and her mother. I decided to speak to this creature due to how I used to appreciate caged animals myself, before I fully understood what it meant. Remember how I used to carry cubs around when I gave presentations. I remember saying to the crowd once that these cubs are very ferocious in their attitude at this young age already, due to their inherited animalistic aggression. I sit by this lovely creature and laugh as she softly growls, showing her attitude. Younger tigers even scratch and fuss when moved from their mothers, as they know that intruders are bad and possibly harmful. It's truly fascinating watching the inherited attitude that the young present. In the wild, animals are very particular about personal space. Therefore, picking up a cub means more of an insult to them than you are able to imagine. The parents, if tamed, don't mind so much, but the cubs don't enjoy the strange experience as much either. So here I sit beside Melissa and she tells me, through bars, how she is able to understand her unfortunate fate in life. She says to me that her mother will stay here and become an old tiger, because she suits the zoo's image of an ideal zoo tiger. What? I have not heard such nonsense. Blimey, what does an ideal zoo tiger look like? What, do they have pearly white teeth or do they sing? She tells me that a specific look is sought for, as the public are not able to tolerate mangy or petite-looking animals. The animals in the zoo must depict the animal kingdom in the wilderness, the wild, untouched animal kingdom experience. Are you able to believe that? Now, in all fairness, I must admit I was once a man who enjoyed all forms of animal interaction. I would like to admit that even though I now speak to animals, I was not always this clued up. I, even though pretty damn smart, was also unaware that these animals were this aware and exactly what they require for their own well-being. So she tells me she's mangy and too slender and will have to be sent away to be turned into a handbag. I might make it sound funny, as we are aware, infinitely, that we are not able to be killed in essence. Therefore she isn't too traumatized by this. Besides this application and allowance is unacceptable, as beings come and integrate into a physical form of any and all sorts to unconditionally express and participate in this world. Now imagine being here and for no apparent reason but for provision of some goddamn handbag and shoes, deliberately killed. Just integrating and coming here to be killed. Where's the common sense in that? I show her that I understand that I have insulted her by participating in the nature of man's desire to see animals encaged. Now I do state that I was never into animal skins or encaging those that required sufficient movement, but I have as much responsibility now. So she tells me that she would like to be free, but she is not able to be that which is not possible. So in a way she has made peace with this life. Animals are very forgiving and oh so patient. They don't scream and fuss nearly as much as we do when we're insulted or hurt. So she tells me that she will soon go to this place where she will be turned into animal skins. Her mother, Pujwa, pronounced Piwa, will remain a zoo tiger as she is portraying the necessary image required to satisfy children and parents who come to have a look, and she is well set. Apparently the public want to see really sturdy tigers that look mean. How wonderful! I must admit I was blissfully unaware that tigers were kept in zoos according to their looks. Even though I had a lot of doings with zoos and conservations, I was not aware even that this nasty side existed concerning animal facilities. Yes, of course, I had an awareness that tigers were kept in zoos and that tigers were cut up to make meat and to use their skins. However, I was not even aware that tigers were taken to zoos for a while, and if the public end up not liking the tiger, then they send them to be killed or removed or to die in some other facility. I had always been aware that the human mind was taking animal sacrifice unnecessarily too far, so now I share with you how far things have gone. So Melissa, now at the tender age of 4 months, has taken on a rather long body shape and is not the sturdy build that the other zoo tigers have. They will soon be replacing her with a sturdier, more acceptable-looking specimen. You see, there are specific tiger breeding facilities all over America, most of them of course not known of. Tigers are bred for zoos, although zoos also do their own breeding, but are sometimes limited in numbers, export and of course to make clothing from. Internationally, you have of course breeders that specifically breed for medicinal purposes. Melissa is not even able to walk very far. These cages that they remain in most of the day are fairly small. Some zoos, according to specific regulations, have enough space for tigers to walk around, enjoy the sun and a swim, but zoos like this one cater for the basics. They are secluded within a tiny cage where they are forced to stay all day and sometimes for the remainder of their life here on Earth. At night, they open the back section and the tigers go into a larger area at the back where they are able to rest. During the day, they require these creatures to be on constant display, so they keep them in a small area. These regulations that prohibit animals being kept in small spaces bring forth one question. Why aren't they being met? I see we have a problem in this zoo. Melissa and her mother share a pen of about 15 by 30 meters. This space they occupy all day long with a tiny watering pool situated along the one side and a tree for them to lie under. Are you able to believe it? I know, however, that where they come from there is a better chance that they will be caught. Therefore I ask myself, are they better off here or running day in and day out from people with spear guns to export them, standing the chance that they die after days of traveling and dehydration, facing the chance of dying after days of traveling and dehydration, fighting for survival? In the forests where these tigers originate from, they are not able to consider themselves safe. They are hunted day in and day out, often for mere fun, hunting, often for medicinal purposes. I laugh because the reason why they kill tigers for medicinal purposes is mainly for the eyes, testicles, and liver. Apparently these organs are well sought after all over the world, as they contain ancient powers in some cultures and beliefs. Basically, if you take salt and you mix it with vinegar and water, you'll get the same result as that which is concocted through tigers' usages of specific organs within some cultures and beliefs. Cells are not able to regenerate faster from some animals' organs than from a basic salt mix. All you're doing is stimulating the body to produce natural antioxidants and healing. In actuality, the focus of special healing is not some ancient animal power, but rather the energetic that it carries. The knowing that you've applied a cream that heals is actually where the healing occurs, from your basic intention. Wow, thousands of animals die because people don't have the know-how to heal their own cells, or don't take the time to learn how to manifest what the cream is able to. Remember that you have the ability to heal yourself. You are the healing, not some cream which is only an external stimulant. So let me remind you what happens to tigers that live in cages. Sorry to tell you, I have not spoken to one animal that actually enjoyed the experience. Yet, some say that while they are there they assist people, but I would rather have them assist from where they are within their own natural habitat. Are you able to imagine the magnitude of having these animals all stand together from the forests, oceans, and mountains to assist us? Will the price that we must pay be too high? What do you think? Are we able to give up our zoos and our animal slavery and facilities for the chance to have them enjoy their freedom? Well, I am able to assure you, if I was to come back to Earth, I would set free all those animals that I have assisted in being caged. All those crocodiles that I cared for I would set free, or at least ensure they are content living in larger areas. I would teach people about animals in the wild, where we are able to see them how they truly are, free. Wouldn't that be amazing to have man and animal walk through life without enslavement, supporting each other and living their lives fully? Well, many people do wonder about enslavement, and if it would work setting animals free. Who in the end will get eaten if we set these beauties free? I bet you Melissa will grow fast and strong, running around without fear. To think we make handbags, clothes, and shoes out of creatures that are so precious. I'd rather not have one, not that I wanted one. Are women not able to carry their belongings in a packet, made from biodegradable material, of course? At least try it before you say no. What the hell is the fuss all about having a beautiful matching handbag that must be made of some animal's skin, which is apparently worth a lot of money? That handbag, shoe, or clothing was bought with blood money. So there I have given you insight into the caged tiger, lonely, frustrated, and bored. Often these tigers waste away and die fairly young. The average lifespan for a tiger is about 25 years, but in captivity they only get to about 12 years old. All this because they are not able to exercise, and mostly because they breed under such stressful circumstances that each litter born into captivity is systematically weakened. Well, let's agree that Melissa is lovely with her large dark brown eyes and her playful, yet aggressive attitude. She's always ready to show the zookeepers that she is able to stand as fierceness, due to how she growls when they walk past. Unfortunately, however, this doesn't meet their standards. She will always be this beautiful creature, even long after she's gone. Greetings this week from Fierce Melissa. Her mom Pujwa and of course Steve have heart and listen.